Big Mecha. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Medabots in Review. Another episode in the series for Big Mecha, but not huge. I have both my co-hosts with me today. Say hello, Wilhelm and Paul.
Hello.
So? Feed me
Welcome,
more.
No, stop. Just stop. Anyways, because I'm trying not to curse right off the bat, we'll save that for later on. How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah? You guys do anything mecha related this week?
I watched my guilty pleasure anime, Knights of Magic.
Really? Okay.
I enjoy that show.
I own that, but I haven't watched it yet.
I enjoy it because it's a mix of fantasy and mecha, and it's just so... I'm sad it only has the one season. I'm very sad it only has the one season.
Like many anime, it has been sentenced to being an advertisement for the manga.
It was so good.
Yeah.
You either die at one season, or you live on to become a Netflix adaptation.
Oh, God.
And you die at season 2, still incomplete. Woo. Hey, how's that Voltron holding up?
Hey, that was 6 seasons.
Ooh, yeah, tell me, where can you watch that now?
6 seasons of movie?
I'm sorry. It was 7 seasons. 6 seasons you can actually buy digitally. The 7th season you cannot.
Yay, you'll never finish it. It's okay, the last episode has issues. The ending to that show felt weirdly rushed.
As a famous song in a very specific pirate anime, yo ho ho yo ho.
Yo, what are you even talking about, sir?
Just sailing the high seas, that's all.
Oh, no. If we're doing pirates and songs, it has to be Gurren Lagann. That episode 1 preview, which then literally never happens because they completely changed their writing by the time they got there. Absolutely wonderful and amazing.
That is the ultimate. That's the ultimate
fake out. Has nothing to do with the show. They're like, we're gonna make this happen. This is a flashback anime, and then that never happens. Not even in the movie.
Wait. Speaking of the movies,
that a dream?
Did you guys watch the dubbed version of the movies yet?
Of what movies?
Oh, what?
The Gurren Lagann movies.
I've never even seen the second one. I only ever watched the first one in Japanese way back when it came out.
I've never seen either.
Last year they actually released them first in theaters, and then they released them retail for boatload of money.
Oh no, Sean, I don't have.
So.
I cannot spend $300 on one anime that's 24 episodes long. That's insane.
I mean,
like $20 an episode. I ain't got money like that.
The only thing I remember from cons is that the only thing I remember from MegaCon back when we were young was anime is cheaper. Wait, sorry, drugs are cheaper than anime.
Oh yeah, no, it's true. It's true for that company.
Alright, so here's the thing that I saw on Instagram earlier, which I thought was pretty true. It's, those reaction memes of, like, somebody looking at something like, oh, you can do this, and they shake their head, but you can do this, and it's like, yeah, that's it. So, it's a picture of Char, and it goes like, $200 model kit? Hell yeah. $80 video game? Hell no. It's essentially the same thing when it comes to anime.
It's a hobby thing, okay? Oh, speaking of, I wanted to talk about this. I don't know if we were going to put it on our radars at all. I was rethinking about mecha anime that I kind of want to rewatch that I really like. Either of you ever watched Escaflowne?
I have, and I've watched the movie, and I own both on Blu-ray now.
Which means you have one of the dubs.
I have both.
Oh, you have the DVD and the Blu-ray?
Uh-huh.
Nice. I want to get the Blu-ray at some point. It's not bad. I listened to the first couple episodes to get a feel for it. It's not bad. It's just, I really liked the original. There was no reason to change it except licensing.
You better check to see if it's still available, because remember, that was a funny product.
It is. You can still get it on Amazon. I don't know what's going on. I think it's Bandai specifically they're having a thing with, because all the Bandai stuff is gone. But you can still buy other ones.
Escaflowne was originally Bandai.
Okay, then maybe it's not popular enough, so it didn't get bought out, but you can still get it.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I
man.
mean,
It's
you could say
weird.
the same thing when it came to Big O, and Big O
Well,
that
no,
obviously
Big
was
O
way more popular.
routinely sold out. Big O I didn't buy
Yeah.
because at certain points you couldn't find it on the primary market. They like ran out and had to print more. So you can only buy it for almost $100 and I'm like that no. It's still being
That's why you
printed.
need to rely on me when it comes to the deals, man. Because I was able to get that Steelbook limited edition collector's edition for a really good price on release.
Damn.
Now that thing is like worth 300, 400 bucks.
Yeah. That's so stupid. There's no reason for that either. It's just companies being dumb.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I think we should watch Escaflowne. I like it. It's a good combo of mecha and fantasy. There's a lot in there that are fantasy things, but they do pilot giant robots and punch each other in the face.
Yeah, I think we can definitely do that because actually that was one of the things I wanted to bring up today.
Also a big on science fiction and fantasy crossing over. Not just like thematically, like it's very literal how they cross those two things.
Right. Let's circle back to that
Sure.
in just a moment. Before we go into that, did you do anything else mecha related?
Um, let's see. I watched the Devil May Cry anime and
There's
they
no mecha in
injected
that.
a lot of science into my fantasy magic demons anime, but girl with jet boots, I don't know.
Eh.
Not
I think I'm gonna finish. What was it? Ninja Kamui. That that anime
that involves robots, I
kind of
think.
depressed me. Yeah, it goes from ninjas to ninjas in power suits,
Ooh,
ninjas in mecha power
Okay.
suits.
actually,
That
yeah.
sounds a lot like oh god, Bubblegum Crisis.
Yes, but
Yeah.
less pornographic.
Okay, Bubblegum
Bubblegum
Crisis
Crisis
isn't
isn't
entirely
pornographic.
pornographic.
Sorry, it is. Sorry, it's less fan
They're
servicey
scantily
than.
clad,
There you go.
Sorry, it's less
That's what I
fan
was about to say.
servicey
Just
than
because
Bubblegum
people
Crisis.
are attractive
Pornographic.
and scantily clad doesn't make it pornographic, unless you ask Angela from The Office. But it's not pornographic. I would say pornographic is either all the Rule
Kite.
34 of Bubblegum Crisis or like Aratsuki Doji. That's pornographic.
God.
Or Kite.
I was gonna say, what was it? Testimony of a stepsister devil or something like that.
Oh,
We're
Testament.
not getting into
Testament
that with
of
this
Sister
particular
New
show
Devil.
here.
Yeah, that show is
Sister New Devil.
softcore. That show is 100% softcore. I don't know how they got away with airing that on
I'm gonna rein
TV.
us back in.
I don't know how that
I'm
got.
gonna rein us back in because we don't need to dive into that like interspecies erotica.
I'm
Anyways.
sorry. Are we also
I'm
interspecies
so upset
reviewers?
that
Is
that
that
didn't
what we're
get-
doing next week,
Yeah,
Sean?
that's it. I was thinking about Clerks too.
Speaking of,
I am
did you know
so
that's
upset that
hitting,
show didn't
Call
get
of Duty?
picked up.
Yes, I know, but
Why?
it's like $40 for this.
Why is it going to Call of Duty? What is Kevin doing?
Jay is a big gamer,
Huh.
so he tries to secure
all
all
right.
his different deals.
Wow.
Did not know that.
But anyways, to rein us back in,
Back to a
So-
kids-friendly show.
Eh.
we're not kid
No.
friendly.
And one of these episodes, very not kid friendly.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
It was literally
Well,
one
two of
episode.
them.
It was.
Actually, two of them, my opinion.
We'll talk about those momentarily.
I
so
will. I do
the thing
think
that-
there's an issue. One episode
The
was
thing-
literally away from turning into a hentai.
I know which one you're talking about. We'll talk about that shortly.
La Blue Metabot?
But the thing
Is
that I
it La
want to
Blue
talk about
Metabot?
is super. God damn it! We were motherfucker. Anyways,
I broke Sean.
the thing that
yeah.
I've been doing all week is I've been playing Super Robot Wars 30.
Okay,
Oh,
what have you been
nice.
playing that on? Steam?
I've been playing it on my Steam Deck,
Okay. So is that in English?
How was that?
completely in English.
Okay, so which
Oh.
ones are in English? Because there are 30 of them, and like 90% aren't, without patches.
Basically, anything before the PS4 generation is not
Pure Japan.
necessarily
Yeah.
English unless you find like fan translations.
Okay.
This is a lot of fun. It's standard tactic stuff where a lot of it doesn't normally make sense, like when it comes to like positioning your character to the sides or behind, because it really doesn't do it that way anymore.
Okay.
Basically, as long as they're in your point of attack, you're able to go ahead and do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's meant to be fun fan service.
Now, speaking of the fan service, my God, I have never seen so many mechs that I just want to dive into, just for like how many cool designs that they have, different personalities, different shows. Each time that they have you piloting a character from a different show, it'll change to that show's theme song.
Oh,
100%.
So like I'm playing it, and then all of a sudden SSSS Gridman shows up, and then it starts playing the theme song, like an instrumental version of the theme song, and I got so fucking hyped. Oh my God, it was. Now, don't get me wrong, I love SSSS Gridman because of Gridman in general.
Of course.
The fact that it just played, and you get to play as Gridman and have him do like a little cutscene where it says Grid Beam. Fuck yes. Oh my God.
That's like
the animations.
What was the name of that? It's more action oriented. Another Century.
Oh yeah.
That is a
the
really
one that's Japan
good.
only.
Yeah, we had to import.
They have not made any English releases.
We had to import 2 of them. They were really good though. Holy shit, they're fun. And we learned about a bunch of really cool anime that we then went and watched. But they're really, really fun. They're old now. They go out to like PS2, but I think they kept making them. I think there is at least PS4. I don't know about 5.
But nothing with any kind of English. As
Not
far
that
as
I know of. You gotta get a patch.
No, otherwise, please correct me. Either in the comments or whatever.
Although I say patch, we played those in Japanese. We just straight up played them purely.
I remember.
You just went wherever with it.
We played 1 and 2 on our PS2 using a disc that allows you to play Japanese games.
Swap Magic.
Yeah, we used Swap Magic.
It was a swap card.
Yeah, we used a swap card.
Yeah.
That was the only way to play it, and there was no patch. We just, memorized where the buttons were.
Damn.
Fucking God, the old school.
That was literally
the old school shit right there.
That was post high school.
I know, it was so good though.
But this game has introduced me into characters that I had never seen before, such as characters from the Brave series, specifically Brave Police J. Decker. Oh my God, that show!
You know what?
I desperately want to watch that.
You know what's wild? Look this up after we're done with the show. The Brave series is where the anime Better Man is located.
Yes, I did see that, and they also have something called Gao Gaigar versus Better Man. And Super Robot Wars 30, with where I just got to, has a section where it is taking straight from Gao Gaigar versus Better Man.
So yeah, the Better Man universe
come across
is
Better Man as
technically giant robots, but there's also like a bunch of organic stuff. It feels very like Evangelion in how like bleak everything is and how weird it gets, and like characters and the parallels to the Bible and all this other shit. It gets very weird. But that is the same universe and like series as the Brave, which are basically just hot-blooded super robots protecting people and giving speeches while screaming their attacks at the top of their lungs.
Like super hyper Transformers, basically.
Yeah, essentially like Transformers, but with a hype man. Like if you kicked Peter Cullen out of the thing and you were like, here's a 20-year-old, we gave him 4 Red Bulls, go.
You mean more than Armada?
Oh yeah, no, more than that. Armada was the most anime that we got over here, but this is like G Gundam shit. They yell a lot.
I really want to watch it because the different characters or the different bots that they show in J. Decker are so cool, and they just the fact that they are bossed around by a 4th grader.
That makes sense.
It's funny to me.
I told you I've been watching the Gao Gaigar in English until I run out of episodes, and then it'll be only Japanese on Crunchyroll.
I saw that, yeah.
That one,
I believe on. Okay, so I looked up the actual Blu-ray releases that we've gotten for Gao Gaigar.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
you can get it.
What they did was, it's as far as I know, it's still in stock. But apparently what they did is that they have all the sub you can get together.
Yes.
And then on the same discs, you have dub 1 through 48.
Yes.
Skip to episode 64, and then 64 to the end is dubbed.
I hate when they do that. Like, All right.
I think
Crunchy.
it's because it was a Shout Factory thing, or well, no. Whoever did the dubbing for the original show back then, I don't know who.
Well,
but maybe they ended up losing the rights at some point.
You know what's really weird? The English dub of Gao Gaigar has the voice actor for Yami Yugi and Joey. Both of them are in the show.
Seriously?
Oh man. So it must have been like a combo of like Ocean, 4Kids.
Mm-hmm. It also happened around that time. So like they were probably filming Yu-Gi-Oh as they were filming this one, because you know how work is. You just go in, do a couple weeks, and there you go. But that anime, both of them are main characters. The guy who played Joey, his character doesn't talk as much, but the guy who voices Yami, he's one of the main characters who speaks basically every episode. So he's there all the time. It's just wild.
Does he also have the accent?
Oh no, he 100% sounds like Yami. It's fucking great. He's just got that deep, resonating voice yelling at everybody.
I meant for Joey.
Oh.
I meant for Joey.
Oh no, he does not have the Brooklyn accent, although that is close to his normal voice. You hear it kind of sneak out a little here and there.
That's funny.
Yeah, like the character will like just be saying something, and you'll hear kind of like the way he says something will just. It took a couple instances of the character on screen for my brain to go, "Fuck, that's Joey."
Yeah.
Oh damn.
But I knew Yami right
That's
away.
awesome.
I was like, "Oh no, that's that. You should be yelling about dueling, jackass. Come on, just send him to the Shadow Realm. Use your stupid magic powers to win a children's card game, and then be really sadistic. Do it." No, it's great. The Pharaoh is like, by modern standards, the Pharaoh is a monster. he is like a authoritarian monarch, completely willing to use dark magic to punish people he considers unworthy. It is wild. He's so great.
He does do that all the frickin' time.
Oh.
So yeah, this game introducing a lot of different stuff that I'm really excited to get into, including what Paul mentioned earlier, Knights and Magic. They actually have a few characters that show up in there, and you get to pilot their mechs.
So how far back do they go for shows? Like, do they still have... Like, do they kind of try to keep it to the last, decade just because there's so much mecha in Japan? It's hard?
They have Combattler V in there.
Oh my god.
They also have Mazinger's... not Mazinger Z, but... one of the upgraded editions.
Well, there's 100 Mazingers. Do they have the one that looks like a demon with the two handguns?
I think it's that one, yeah.
It's Mazin Kaiser, which has a wild anime. I love it, and a heavy metal opening. But it's really good. It's only 3 episodes. I think it's still on Netflix. Maybe, maybe not. But it's that one. It was at one point, but it's called Mazin Kaiser, and essentially it's one of the Mazin units is the words I'm going to use. That universe is confusing. But one of the units...
because a lot of it just retcons itself over and over.
Because supposedly it's like... It feels like they're trying to be related to each other, but they're also reinventions. There's also a manga. It's Go Nagai, so it's all super robots. I don't know, man.
There was another reinvention where it was like... Mazinger meets Devilman.
Yeah.
Or Devilman versus Mazinger.
Oh, there's also...
it was...
Cyborg 009.
Devilman Hades is what it was.
Yeah, and then there's Cyborg 009 versus Devilman, which is a whole other thing.
Yep.
And then just... it's.
Oh, let's focus on that real quick. Mm-hmm. That movie sucks.
I have no comment. No comment.
I watched it because I'm like, you know what? I'm a fan of Cyborg 009.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Devilman. Let's see what we got here.
It's neither of those things.
Wow, that is not a good movie at all.
It is aggressively... See, that's the thing. When you do crossovers between well-known whatevers, sadly, what usually happens is you get a lot of one, but then 30% of the other, which can work, but it's kind of like in music. You can feature an artist, but if the feature overtakes the main, now neither group of fans gets what they wanted, because it's not a full of either of these things. It's like a halfway. A good example of this would be like the Professor Layton games. There are people who are really big fans of Professor Layton, people who are really big fans of Ace Attorney.
Professor Layton.
But the crossover had to pick one. They're wildly different gameplay. You can't do both. And unfortunately, you wind up picking one, which is fine, but then you're not really like crossing over, it's just kind of featuring. So it's like when you do crossover, how do you do it well? Devilman, in my opinion, is beautiful, but insanely tragic. It also has to be tragic. That's kind of a hallmark of its story. A happy ending to Devilman is not really Devilman. That's not the point. The point is to be an incredibly bleak tragedy and to make some sort of either an observation or to have nothing, and oblivion is the observation. Other than that, you kind of lose the plot. So, and Cyborg 009 is the exact opposite. It is entirely about hope and perseverance. How do you cross those two things? You can't.
By making everybody die, or
it's
I don't
like
remember. I just remember it not being good.
Kill the entire team and leave one of them alive as the earth burns around them, and they, because they're a cyborg, are now immortal on an undead husk of a planet with nothing on it. That's a very Devilman ending, but holy crap, is that not Cyborg 009?
Have the dub voice one of them being Kel Mitchell, that way he can reprise himself as Repairman, trying to fix all the
man.
Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, Super Robot Wars 30, it's awesome.
That's awesome.
It goes on sale often on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
But you can also get it on current gen consoles, PS4 and Switch. I don't think it's on Xbox at all, but I don't know. I'll have to look. But yeah, really good game. So before we get into the first tidbit of shows that we were going to talk about, which, if you guys remember, it's going to be Gquuuuuux.
Hey, the chicken!
So, obviously, we are coming up close to the end of Season 2. I think we're actually about halfway through now. We've got 7 episodes total, which is going to be 4 related to Medabots and 3 related to Transformers movies. Once we're done with Season 2, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll end up coming back for Season 3 after I've got all the Season 2 episodes out, and we'll finish up with Medabots Spirits.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I do want to toss between, Big Mecha but not huge, and Toku for 2. So, Toku for 2, I already have an idea as to what I want to do, and I'll end up posting updates about that later. But as for Big Mecha, Will, you want to do Escaflowne?
At some point, I would like to, but, I mean, are we seriously considering that as like a possible next anime?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely, that could be one
so,
of them. One of the other ones that I floated to you earlier in the week was, since I got really fucking hyped up about Gridman, did you want to do the SSSS series?
Okay, when you say that, like
I'm
two...
including the movie.
Well, no. When you say that, do you mean the 2 recent anime, or like every piece of live action, everything to do with Gridman for the last 40 years?
Just the anime.
Okay, that I'm okay with.
Which anime?
I don't know about doing all of the live action shows that entire series is built off of. That's a lot.
And for the live action stuff, that would be something that we would actually consider doing only for Toku.
That feels more Toku. That does not feel like the show we're doing here.
Yeah. Okay. But I might end up doing it like a little crossover thing, saying, "Hey, this is kind of mecha related," but I haven't decided that. But anyways, so it would include SSS's Gridman, Dynazenon, and Gridman Universe the movie, which has not been released retail, but it is on Crunchyroll Digital.
Really?
As far as I know, it was released 2 years ago, and I don't know if they've gotten rid of it.
Is that movie, where does that take place? Is it in between both of the anime, or is it like a retelling?
It takes place after Dynazenon.
Okay, which is the first one that I've already seen.
You never watched Gridman?
I watched the first Gridman show.
Yeah, so Dynazenon's...
Oh, I never saw... Yeah, I didn't watch all of Season 2. I started it, but, I mean...
Okay, yeah. So that's also another trigger anime. Actually, no, surprisingly it's not. They're only 12 episodes.
Oh, no, they're short. Like, if we watch those at, like, 3 episodes a week, we will finish the entire of all of that in the movie in, like, 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if we did it at 4.
For a comparison, Escaflowne, I believe, is around 40-something episodes plus a movie, which I recommend doing the show, then the movie. It stands on its own, but it works a lot better when you've seen the show.
when you know some stuff.
Yeah, it's not that they need each other. It's just I feel like you as an audience member appreciate the choices they made more, or hate them more. Depends. They made some choices when you've seen one instead of the other.
Now, the other one that I thought we could do, which also would take some time, I know Paul's not too happy about this particular one, Evangelion.
that is yours.
Now, the reason why I'm thinking about foregoing Evangelion for now is because we could have that be as like a build-up thing. You know, like maybe 3 or 4, maybe about 4 or 5 seasons in, we can go into that. Because that's going to be a daunting task, but we'd be able to do it.
I'm going to do some good antidepressants.
Yeah, when
there are worse things out there.
Oh, I know.
2 or 3
I
years
know.
from
It's the
now.
reason why my anime. It's the reason why my anime viewing has changed. I went down the dark hole. I am not going. I refuse to go back.
Not even the one who made
there was
that
too
thing.
many.
I know, right? Like, geez, grow a pair.
Oh, is that what you would tell him? Hey, get back in that office. Get back in there. You only made 3 movies. Shut up.
Get back in the animation studio.
Oh, you sound exactly like their bosses.
Probably. So yeah, that's an idea. Obviously, I have a ton of other different things that we can choose from, but I know that we're also limited as to what you guys have available for streaming without having to go, shell out any extra money on it.
Also, yeah, as much as... Okay, so there are some shows I really would like to watch, and we need to come up with, because apparently that's just how it is. There's stuff that you have access to that literally no one else does without a large amount of money. And I would like to watch some of those shows. It's just a shame that nobody thinks they should be available anywhere. Not to purchase, not to watch. So there are a couple things, like I really want to watch Idion at some point, but you can't get that. That shit doesn't exist.
So that I do have access to, and I will explain it to you after we are done recording.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, we could definitely do Idion as well. That would include the final movie, not the 2
recaps.
Recap movies.
Just now realizing we haven't even said the word Gundam out loud, and we're doing a big mecha show.
I'm trying to avoid Gundam as much as possible.
Nani?
I know that's something that people like to focus on.
That's because it's super popular, and Wing just hit its 30th, so...
Right, and I'm thinking, if we do a Gundam, the first one that I want to do is Wing.
No, you know what we should do?
Mainly due to the...
We should do something obnoxiously obscure, and be like, we're finally doing Gundam.
MS Igloo.
Oh, yeah, no, just MS Igloo. Or... Not even MS
Honestly,
Igloo.
I just thought of MS Tales.
Yeah, do that. The MS Tales series, which is just like 12 5-minute episodes released as webisodes, all CG.
Or we can do like the Gundam San parody show.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. There's some old parody shows that aren't even around anymore that were like only in Japanese. There's SD stuff from when Zeta was made. They did a parody show of the original and Zeta and a double Zeta, and they had like stupid little clones of Puru and a bunch of other stuff. They were just mocking it. It's the one where I got there's a screenshot of the GMs holding a sign that says "I'm a cannon fodder mecha." It's magical.
Wow.
It is magical.
So I think with that being said, one last thing to consider, along with Wing Gundam, we have G Gundam.
That
I love G Gundam.
Yeah, I think other people might actually join on for G Gundam.
I
as well,
really like that one
just because
in English.
They have like a fondness for it.
Like it's not bad in Japanese.
Like, G Gundam. If we do G Gundam, we have to do an episode of G Gundam and an episode of Gurren Lagann. And
Nope.
Yes. We need to do an episode.
Here's why we're not doing Gurren Lagann that way. Gurren Lagann has movies, and if we do the movie, if we do Gurren Lagann, we have to do the movies.
I want a ratio of which one is more hot-blooded versus the other per episode.
G Gundam.
We
Episode
can do that as
1
a comparison later,
of
but
G
yeah,
Gundam.
you're absolutely right. It's
No,
Gundam.
don't even. Shimon takes like 4 episodes to get a backbone. Domon shows up and bare hands bullets out of midair then snaps his fingers.
He's not talking about Simone. He's talking about fucking
that
Kamina.
Kamina.
I'm talking about Kamina. I want Kamina.
Kamina ain't shit compared to fucking Domon. He literally fist fights guns and wins. And then gets in his...
Spoilers, Kamina dies.
True. Domon manages to survive his show. Kamina makes it halfway.
I still love...
Oh, yeah.
I still love Battle Assault.
Kiss of Death.
I still love Battle Assault 2 when you beat the game with Domon Kashu as your main, and his ending rant is "I love you," and literally they cut out the most angry version of him saying "Raid." It was the scene. It was the scene from the anime where she betrays him. Oh, sorry, where he thinks she betrayed him.
She's just literally being held as a piece of wall so that he can't shoot at them. They're human shielding.
Yeah, it was literally that scene.
Oh,
and that's
I just
when
want
he
to
yells
point
out,
G Gundam, so hot-blooded that a horse gets a fucking robot.
Yes.
True. That is so true.
Yeah, Master Gundam's robot.
He doesn't. You don't.
Master Gundam's mount's robot.
You don't ride a giant robot that is a horse. You ride your horse piloting a giant robot horse.
Giant robot.
Because this is that kind of anime.
I want, and I regret that they never made a model kit of it, and I feel so stupid not buying the action figure of Butler, of the Butler mech.
No. The one with the steering wheel.
Yes, the one with the steering wheel. The one with the steering wheel.
So I don't know that they might have made a model kit of that. I might have seen a 3D printing of that. Look online. There are weird fans of that show. I also might have just seen somebody modding another thing, but I swear I've seen a cover, which could have just been fan art. People do that. But I swear someone made a fucking model kit of that thing. I'm pretty sure you can buy it. I think it's real.
So
no, it was just an action figure. It came with Rose.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was just an action figure. It came with Rose. With Rose.
So bringing us back in, these are all different options that we can, think about over, the next season. And
it'll be a while.
End of, maybe
because the last season's 36
episodes. We get to the end of the next season,
so it's going to be at least another couple months before we're there.
Yeah, but it's not going to be too bad. So, and like I said, but even after we're done with season 3, I am going to do a season of Toku for 2. So I'll let you know what we're going to do there. But in the meantime, let's get on to the reviews here. So, first thing that we are going to talk about is Gundam Gquuuuuux, because I hate that the dub didn't call it Gquuuuuux.
You know what? I've decided.
I did not even watch the dub yet.
I have decided. Wait, what? I switched it
I haven't
to
watched
Japanese?
the first episode of Gquuuuuux.
Why not?
No, I haven't watched the first episode
He said that on purpose.
I already saw the movie.
Yeah, true. You have seen it, but now you don't know what we're gonna talk. Well, he will in 30 seconds, but.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Sorry. I watched the first 5 minutes, and I will say this.
Nothing changed. Yeah.
The dude that they hired for,
Shalia?
Shit, I can't remember. Shalia Bull. He did it so well. He did the "I'm lusting after Char" voice so well.
They coded a lot of stuff into the movie that they can say isn't supposed to be there, but I know how visual language works. You are inferring heavily. They really pushed that Char probably didn't give a crap, but that Shalia definitely wanted to go out with Char.
Oh yeah.
Shalia
right,
wanted to go out with him.
Hang on. So, Will, let's go ahead and have a private conversation here.
Okay.
Will, how did you feel about the movie going a specific order, and then the show basically re-editing that?
So here's the thing. As an anime, this makes way more sense because who's the main character of this? Where we are. Who are the only people that are gonna go see this brand new Gundam anime? Mostly super hardcore fans. So the movie fucking opens with sound effects and music and a like opening dinner that is literally the original anime. Then proceeds to have Char be the main character, then proceeds to recreate like 80% of episode 1 in really high def in a new universe and does all of that on purpose. That's cool, but that would be a terrible opener for an anime where he's not the main character. That's not even the time period this is taking place, and that entire thing is just to set up narratively some devices that they're probably going to take 10 episodes to get to anyway. So, it makes way more sense to actually start where they did, which is the Whiplash portion of the movie, where you're like, holy, I'm watching a different show. The art style changes, all the characters.
We're still going to get the Whiplash, but now we're going to get it twice.
This is going to be less Whiplashy because you've established the actual like main cast, who are all of those people they showed in episode 1. The crew of the ship, the 2 girls, the gang of people, the little Haro with the beanie. Yeah. All of those are main characters. They're going to be the anime. Char is literally a plot device at this point, who only exists to serve the plot and explain something that happens in their world. I will say I am not a fan. I will have this opinion probably the entire show. I am not a fan they didn't bother translating Kira Kira, because Kira Kira is fucking meaningless in English, and we live at a point where a 10-second Google search gives me a better option in English than just saying, oh, it's too magical of it. It fucking means glittery, because she's surrounded by a kaleidoscope. Why would you not translate that? That's stupid. It's glittery because she's surrounded by fucking glitter. Why did you leave it in Japanese? Because it's mysterious? Kita, Kita.
I think it's the new
The word
thing.
Kita means killer, as far as anybody who's an anime fan means, which is technically a bastardization of the word killer. So that's like the most recent pop culture thing with Kira. Like, what the fuck? Why would you not translate? This is like the Believe It thing for Naruto. But that made some sense because it was at the bridge between actually translating anime like you're supposed to and making weird fucking choices for America that make no sense and completely rob you of the character of the original writing. Because Naruto never fucking said that. He was trying to sound like a street thug. He wanted to sound like a gangbanger or a yakuza.
Hey, Will. Dude, I rock.
That is not that. This is not that. This is entirely that. This is totally that. That's exactly what's happening. I don't like that they didn't translate that. I will give up on it after episode 1. I'm just constantly going to roll my eyes and go, oh my god, are you 12? At the people writing the thing. I hope that at the first convention they all go to, somebody asks, and they have to stumble for an answer, and the audience kind of just awkwardly laughs and tries to agree with them, and everybody's like, that's a terrible answer. You could have just translated it as glittery, or sparkly, shiny, something.
Now, just to back it up a little bit.
Sorry, that bothered me
deeply. At least there's a chance when they do a retail release that they'll end up updating that.
They'll redub again?
Yeah.
They've done that with
Actually,
of,
you know what
cartoons.
They might do, like with Naruto? They might just redo it later. So it's Kita Kita now, and then like 18 episodes in, it becomes something else entirely. I will say that I was not a fan of them inventing the word Mav, but that's more of a narrative thing where you invent a word for something that already exists.
We were confused as hell by that when we ended up watching
because it's not fucking explained. And then you have to like context clue your way over, but you can't context clue.
It's like Final Fantasy 13 all over again.
And 13 is also fucking guilty as shit of that. I would yell at those writers heavily. That was stupid. Why are you handing me a dictionary? I have spent 5 minutes in your world and have no idea what anybody is saying. Just use the words we already have. They don't exist in any language. Why are you making up words? Mav could just be partner. The first person who says it in the anime, not the movie, in the anime, is literally a cop. Just have him say the word partner. Why the fuck is he saying Mav? What is it short for? Mav? I forget what it was short for. They say it eventually.
Maverick?
No, it's not Maverick. It's short for.
No.
It's an abbreviation. It's like military lingo, like CYA, that sort of thing. I forget. See, Paul watched the movie, and even he's like, "Fuck does MAV stand for?" Like, eventually you figure out it just means the person you're fighting next to, which has a word for it in English and Japanese, probably multiple. But
comrade,
comrade, ally, partner, teammate, associate. Like, I don't know why they had to make a word up for that, except to make themselves feel cool.
Multiversal alliance.
Yeah, that was what it fucking meant. God.
Oh no, I'm just making that up.
That's so stupid.
That literally sounds like something Gundam would do. I'm not kidding.
Like
no, don't forget. Gundam was an acronym in Gundam Seed. GUNDAM. The entire thing was one long fucking acronym.
I remember that. That was dumb
that's what
as
it
hell.
is. When the Gundams start up, you can see it on the startup screen. It says the word Gundam, and each letter is a word. It's one giant abbreviation.
When Kira first turns on the strike, it literally is an abbreviation.
That acronym play. Freedom, justice, all of the strike ones. So like strike, the other four that were with it that all get turned into something else. Every single one of them has that.
I need to restart Seed because I don't remember anything that I.
Didn't you just watch the movie? Oh, okay. Well. So speaking of Gquuuuuux, because we're all kind of dancing around it because we've talked about this already, they really did just recut the movie into the show in a different order, one that makes more sense for TV. She's the main character, it should start with her. It's weird that the movie didn't, but it's because they can take that hour to 40 minutes to do a different story and then get around to her. You can't do that in an anime. It'd be confusing as shit if the main character of episode 1 and part of 2 was Char, and then all of a sudden there's some girl in a skirt. And you're just like, am I watching the same show?
But they've done that in other things where I think it's not as egregious.
I just feel like it doesn't work here because when you're making a TV anime, at the very least you want to have your main cast at least shown episode 1 to be like, this is the main character, that's the main robot. I still, I don't dislike the main robot's design, but it's not my favorite.
Well, here's the thing. With the way that they cut it, as far as I can tell, the next 2 episodes are going to be that.
They're going to be Char. The next episode is Char, and the one after it probably.
Yeah, and so then we go back to the 4th episode where it's finally back to the girl.
It's going to be her fighting.
You still get that.
She's going to be talking to the dude who does the painting, and then they're going to fight together. So that's going to be like episode 5. So we'll find, and then episode 6 they'll fight. And then episode 7 will be new. At the rate we're going,
I think they're just gonna have Shalia Bull explain. They're probably gonna create a scene where it's basically Shalia Bull explaining to the crew why he's looking for Char.
Oh, because he's got the hots.
Like an old man.
We all know that.
Well, but he's gonna explain why they're new types and all that shit.
Well, he's going to say that, and then one of them's going to go, and because you kind of want to go out with him, and he'll be like, no, and then he'll blush.
And I looked it up, and I looked it up what Gundam stood for in C.
Yeah, what was it?
It's so... General Unilateral Neurolink Dispersive Automatic Maneuver.
I hate it.
God, that reeks of just trying to fit
General
it in. Oh, that's not a good abbreviation.
General Unilateral Neurolink
it's not,
Dispersive...
It's not even linked to their brain.
Saying it twice is
It's not even linked to their heads. None of the suits in Seed are actually neurolinked. They've done that in Gundam. None of them are.
Right,
and then the perfect grade and then the perfect grade strike changed it to general purpose utility non-discontinued augmentation maneuvering weapon system.
God, that's awful. That is so terrible. Oh god. Can't wait till we watch that anime.
Let's go ahead and talk about Medabots and get angry about that instead.
I need to establish something first. I just want it to be known. I hope by the time we get to the end of Gquuuuuux, I need a large amount of chicken-related meme fan art of this anime because Gquuuuuux is so stupid. I need it to be real.
It's Gquuuuuuux.
No,
like,
it is
with
cluck,
a W.
like a fucking chicken. I want like
You
a chicken.
I heard W.
I want a chicken wearing like the giant red like crest thing that the main character suit has. I want them dressed as the main characters. I want all sorts of stupid chicken related art. If I need this to be a thing.
Listeners, if you can do that, please don't.
No. This must spread. Like Inception.
All I'm seeing is Peter Griffin.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic too.
The girl from Gquuuuuux in
Peter Griffin
the
dressed as the main cast from this anime. Yep.
And the chicken and the giant rooster in the
him just
in the,
piggybacking on the rooster
Gundam.
dressed as the robot from this show. Top form.
Oh.
You're gonna make me develop an aneurysm.
Oh yeah. Good stuff.
All right,
That makes
let's get
Does
into
that make
the meat
Charlie
of
a
this.
quagmire?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Unless we find an even more hornier character.
But see, he's only horny for one person, and he's very dedicated, quite loyal.
Actually, that would technically be Cleveland. But anyways.
No, that's true.
So, let's get into Medabots. Episode 35, there's something about Miss
Oh,
Mimosa.
there certainly was.
So, first things first, ordering. Episode 6 on the disc, episode 16 on the original broadcast.
Yeah. I was surprised so many of these were in order.
And
on the disc.
It skips further the more that we go.
Yeah, no, this week.
But at least episode 40 is when
this
they
week's
stop,
episodes
so
are
luckily,
pretty rough. They're kind of all over the road.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So let's get into that. So this whole thing about Miss Mimosa. All right, it appeared to be another filler episode, basically, showcasing off random characters, but also seems to be that they may have intended on showing some of this in order, because at one point they're talking about a fight between Peppercat and Cyan Dog, not Crosser.
Oh yeah, wow, that does date it.
And
I forget, did this one, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember which ones, but during 2 of these episodes, they do the sinister kind of show you a glimpse of the ninja robots that this Rubber Robo gang wind up using, the really strong ones. They kind of, they make you glimpse them for like no reason, but you can tell that it was meant to drum up like, hype for them and build up to them. We've already seen them. We've seen them multiple times. Like 3 episodes ago, one of them was defending a bridge. So, screwed that up. Because that's not the order it's supposed to be in.
They were in, what was it? They were in, damn, what was the name of that episode? Oh, The Birds and the Medabots. That's where they're just literally just sitting around in the background.
They're just chilling.
I didn't notice them in that.
Sorry, no, it wasn't Birds and the Medabots. It was Love at First Bite. It was Love at First Bite. They were just sitting in fucking trees.
They were literally in a tree. That's what I remember, was them just in a tree, like, menacingly staring at the main cast for, like, 5 seconds, and then it cuts away.
And making snide comments. They kept making snide comment, like, we should attack, but it really looks like they're just fucking themselves up.
Yeah.
Like, it's, like, literally, it just kept doing stupid shit, but we're not doing that episode. We're doing the episode that makes me think of Little Shop of Horrors.
Shop of Horrors? This is a fucking creepy ass episode.
Oh man, there's a lot happening in this episode.
Oh
and
my
also,
goodness.
I wrote down for the last thing this episode sucks.
Wow.
I kind of enjoy the fact that nobody gets her.
I'm okay with that.
I am so happy with that. I am so happy with that.
I don't think the
like,
gardener did anything wrong. His Medabot lost its fucking mind, not his choice. They're sentient creatures.
His Medabot also went to because he lost his mind. He was a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, but that's the robot, not him. He didn't do that. He didn't tell it to do that. He didn't ask it to do that. It just made its own decisions because, and I will remind everyone, Medabots are fully realized sentient beings. Meaning, When you put them in the watch, or you take the metal out and it's not in anything, you are basically pausing the existence of a fully sentient creature.
Technically,
That's fucking
no.
dark.
If you take their metal out, you're pausing them. If you put them in
a
watch,
put them in a watch and just leave them there,
going.
That would basically be a purgatory torture, because the watch has enough energy that they can technically think and communicate.
It's like keeping them in a fucking Pokeball.
Yes. It's just as existentially horror as that, because the Pokemon, especially in the manga, can see out of the Pokeballs and see everything around them. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about
also, the balls can break,
kind of
and then you have to bring them to a shop to repair them so you can get the Pokemon out, or they're locked inside.
Oh shit, yeah! The manga was so fucking dark! The manga was so fucking dark!
So good. Read the manga if you get a chance, it's magical. But yeah, I will just remind everyone, Medabots are fully sentient, they can make their own decisions, they have emotions, and they truly are basically people, because they're based off of ancient sci-fi, probably alien, technology that people dig up out of the ground. And then they give them to children, and they kind of just hope everything works out for the best. And then you get stuff like this episode, where you're like, maybe full sentience isn't really the route we should go for children's toys. I don't know if you guys ever saw Small Soldiers, but it doesn't go well.
So the whole point of this particular episode is that there is a teacher at Icky's school that everyone seems to have the hots for. Even Coach Mountain, who will literally yell at people or knock them out of the way just so he can get a glimpse at her.
She's the music teacher. She's real good at piano.
And Coach Mountain is trying to basically force his affection on her. And Icky ends up meeting this florist who, really enjoys his job, but he also really enjoys speaking with Miss Mimosa, which is a weird name because they didn't attribute any kind of drinking properties to her, considering that we've also seen, alcoholics, in the very first
Those were just
episodes.
Salarymen relaxing, Sean. How do you know they were drunk?
It was on Prostitute Lane. But anyway.
Red Light District.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So,
Japan.
The whole thing is where the coach is trying to, show his affection, again, relentlessly. Icky is trying to, coach, quote unquote, the florist into,
He's trying to help him gain some, backbone and kind of get in there and throw his hat in the ring.
He's trying to get access to another garden, is what I'm saying.
He's trying to find the secret garden, okay?
Yes. But somebody else has gained her affection, and it's somebody she's never met, only corresponded with an email. Guys, this was the biggest catfish of all time.
Isn't it wild? They had catfishing before the word existed. Like, decades.
Yeah. So, but then the Medabot, and, by the way, it was the florist's Medabot.
Oh, yeah.
If we hadn't already said that. He was basically messaging her to try and get on her good side and pretend to be the florist, but the Medabot really got into it.
You know the really stupid part?
Like, really got into it. Like, I'm sure he probably would have sent a technical pic.
Plot twist, she's dating Floro. I was being dumb. I wasn't trying to predict that.
Yeah.
Oh, they also, there's this moment where she's at home alone, and they're trying to play up that, quote-unquote, she was supposed to meet someone that night, and she was excited. All of the animation cues in that entire exchange are horror movie. Like, she gets called, they hang up, she rushes to her door, and has a look of, like, horror as she shakes at her front door, and they're playing it off as a joke, and I'm like, you can redub this all you want, I am staring at a character who knows that they're in a horror movie. That's not how that works, America. What are you doing?
I can't wait to watch the subs.
Why did you do that?
I can't wait to watch
What is wrong with you? She clearly is being stalked and not happy. Why did you do... So you know what? The original storyline for this entire
literally
episode
made me think of Psycho.
Is probably that she's being stalked and that she doesn't know who it is. And it has nothing to do with her trying to go out with anyone. It's literally just her being stalked. That's probably the entire original plot.
More than likely.
Which is kind of horrifying.
You're probably right. I will find out. I'm not going to look it up. I will find out when I actually watch the subs. I'm going to do that soon. But yeah, that episode kind of sucked. Anyways.
Damn.
Yeah, it did.
So episode
Damn,
36, The Birds and the Medabots. Episode 7 on the disc. Pause for effect. And episode 19 on the original broadcast. Guys,
I actually really...
This episode wasn't terrible,
it's...
but I was bored.
I mean, there's not a lot happening, but I will say this is the first time they've made the Rubber Robo Gang actually, like, evil. They kidnapped innocent animals, made them work until they were dying in the Japanese summer, and you basically have the kids going, hey, we should do something about these dying animals. And it's like, Jesus Christ, why is this episode just animal abuse? Just that's all it is.
So let me take
It's because they had short legs and couldn't run. That is literally why...
That is legit the reason they kidnapped them, because they had short legs and couldn't get away, which is so messed up.
Let me take it back. This isn't the one that I
this is the penguin episode.
To in the first half.
Yeah,
the penguin episode's good.
It's heartwarming.
It's the next one
also,
that
it made me dislike the Rubber Robos, like, actually. I kind of, like, don't take them seriously because they're just kind of annoying local thieves and whatever. But, like, animal abuse, that's fucked up, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
A little bit. Let's see.
Did you mean Skyward Yo?
Well, we're not going to get into that one yet. So the penguin one. A couple things that I wrote down. Karen has the power of being rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, no, she doesn't use
literally
that this episode.
No,
How? She had a grappling gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
she literally brings them everything. And I literally wrote down in my notes, Karen, why didn't Karen fix everything with just one phone call? Because literally, if she could turn the street into a racing racetrack.
God damn it, Paul! Why'd you have to bring that up? Oh my God!
This is so okay.
Karen,
we're having this discussion. This is the
Karen
why does Batman exist as a superhero when he could just fix his city with his checkbook? Like, why is he a bad guy? He could just take all of the henchmen away in 5 minutes with, like, job programs and education.
Yeah, but he has issues that he needs to work through. That's different. Karen really doesn't have any issues. She just likes to help.
She's
and
a little
would have, but she also likes to use her phone to call for different things.
Okay, but in the original broadcast order, is this before or after the phone is shown?
I don't fucking remember.
I don't care.
That phone has its own canon now.
She's done shit like that before. And you know what? She's literally helping this little boy pour water on penguins with a fucking planter. With a freaking, like...
It was a garden hose.
Okay. It was a garden hose.
Yeah.
When literally any other time someone says, "Oh, I need help," Karen goes above and beyond and does crazy stupid shit for. She doesn't help the little boy.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but it did give us a chance to let my wife's favorite Medabot design shine through.
Oh, I even wrote down the description of that Medabot, which made no damn sense to me.
What do you mean?
Okay. It's Pen-Jin, not suitable for battle, but that's what the description was. It's not suitable for battle.
Correct. Because it's designed for Arctic exploration.
Icky says it's designed for Arctic exploration. Like, he had to explain it to the...
already, the special attacks or whatever things that they have are literally the dumbest things possible.
Oh, yeah.
Those were invented for the dub. Those were 100% invented for the dub. I don't think those existed in Japan.
I seriously think they got...
Special attack, punch.
Several of them have that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And why the Rubber Robos are freaking broke all the goddamn time is because they are freaking idiots.
Oh
no,
they're really idiots. They're really stupid.
Here's the thing that really irked me, and I'm like, I know this is supposed to be a parody anime. Yet again, Rubber Robo Gang needs money to take over the world, but they've spent so much of that money on harebrained schemes.
Yes, it's the Team Rocket approach.
So they have a reserve of money.
They're dumber than Team Rocket.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, technically, technically Team Rocket is fine. Jesse, James, and Meowth are idiots, and the three of them are constantly broke when most Team Rocket operatives are fine. It's because the three of them are really stupid.
If we were to apply that logic to the core Robo Gang,
those four are very dumb. But they do drag all of their other people with them, so...
Yes, and that's where it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. It stops making sense when you realize how many people they have working for them all the time.
Yes. So, Will, do you remember the plot of this one?
Yeah, it's essentially that they go to the zoo, and they're in it. They find the penguin Medabot with a cute pink bow tie, and it's not suitable for battle, and that's when Icky's like, oh yeah, that one was built for Arctic exploration, essentially getting you the idea that Medabots are made for children for the row battling, but they are used all over the place for different things. So like, this one was invented either as a publicity stunt or on purpose to go out and like interact with animals and stuff like that in the Arctic. So it's purpose built to like be in water, be in extreme temperatures, but not made to shoot missiles and machine guns and stuff.
Right.
So there are different ones, different tasks, and he gets like really excited about the animals. And about 5 minutes in, it turns out that all the animals at this zoo are literally just the 3 raccoons in a trench coat theory, but it's insert X number of penguins in a zip-up suit. So the hippo, the lions, the tigers... What?
I'm going to pause you real quick. One of the lines I wrote down was, that lion just gave birth to penguins! Cool!
Yeah.
That is 100%. Yep, that is a quote from this show. You can put that on a shirt.
Yep.
That lion just gave birth to penguins. Medabots.
All I honestly thought was, oh my gosh, I'm watching Ace Ventura: Pet Detective 2. No,
that kind of felt like that at some point.
Yeah, it was like
the next line that I wrote down.
Yeah. Some of the
next one I
lines
wrote
in this
down
one
was because once they realized that all the animals were being filled with penguins, Icky goes, "Who in their right mind would pay to see that?" And Medaby goes, "Me! And since I don't make any money, you!"
That was really good, yeah. I like that part. Me, but since I don't have a job, you!
And I will swear, I thought it was freaking hilarious Icky when Medaby was standing on the railing, and Icky says,
"Oh yeah,
Medaby, you're showing them your meta parts." I'm like, what? Seriously, you're making a nudity joke here?
No.
Yeah, that was weird. I was confused.
They did even worse with the octopus balls one. So,
oh yeah,
just
that
saying.
one made me literally think it's a PG version of Food Wars.
Food Wars is PG.
Also, did you notice that Medaby randomly said his name in a third-person way?
What do you mean?
I don't think he's ever done that before.
What do you mean?
He does that a lot.
Medaby is sad. Or some shit like that.
I kind of
does that a couple times.
He did the Medaby bop, which he threatened.
It was before they met Paco, which is a weird
It's a weird name for a random kid who goes to Antarctica.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is this name
Paco?
Just because it rhymes
his
like
penguin.
Because it's alliterative with penguin. It was just that was the P name they wanted to go with.
They wanted to do Pen Pal, Penguin Pal, Paco.
Okay, Pen Pal is a solid pun because they put the pause in there
I like that.
to really drive home Penguin, Pen Pal.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but they just really had to get that alliteration done. So what do they do after they decide that they want to go back to? Well,
So after they discover that they were all penguins, they leave because they get kicked out, and then they go back the next day, and it turns out the entire place has been completely reformatted into a mythical beings park. So like
a monster park, the
monster
Zoo.
park. So it's like
Monster
there's
Zoo.
a dragon, there's this like tiger demon, there's a manticore looking thing, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's quote unquote mythical creatures, which it turns out are just penguins in zip up suits. Again. And then they get yelled at for trying to help the penguins again. So they get thrown out, and that's when we meet Karen and Paco, who is spraying the penguins with water because it's Japan and their summers are notoriously wicked hot. And the penguins are all from Antarctica. I will take this moment to remind everyone, most penguins come from fairly warm areas. That is, it's just that the ones you see on TV and stuff and the common pop culture thing we latched onto are the cold ones.
Larger ones.
Most species of penguin actually come from like normal or hot areas. Near the equator, there's some. That's a thing. But they're smaller. The really big penguins are the ones from farther in the colder climate so they can survive.
Science with Will.
Yeah, there's also small ones too. Watch Happy Feet. It's a wonderful scientific drama. Anyways, the Pemble and the Penguin. Watch that instead. I don't know. The
Penguin and the Pauper.
Yeah. What?
Oh damn! That is an obscure reference.
I haven't seen that.
Like Prince and the Pauper, but Penguin and the Pauper.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I only watched Pemble and the Penguin and then Happy Feet.
Oh, you didn't watch Surf's Up?
No.
All right, listeners. Name all your favorite penguin media.
Yeah. So this episode #Penguin. So.
Yeah. You need to name this episode
this episode would be
hashtag Operation Freebird.
Yes, I love that. I love that one.
You really want to
Operation
get C&D, don't you?
It was great.
It should be #Penguin for the actual Medabot.
That'd be alright.
There's our compromise.
So I know that they try to get the
Karen.
How did they get the penguins away?
So Karen is talking to them, and they're like, "Oh man, we got to rescue them. They're not going to last long," which is very true. They're from Antarctica, and they were dropped immediately from Antarctica into Japan's summer, which is apparently a lot like Florida's. High 90s, super hot, probably would be very bad for their health. So to rescue them, they decide to go Mission Impossible all over this, and Karen gets them spandex outfits. She gets herself a flashy red,
what was her reasoning?
red handkerchief. I think she got it because it's functional and fashionable, were her direct reasons.
There you go.
Yeah, functional and factional to wear a all black unitard. And Icky says, "Oh yeah, we look good in this."
Yep.
And Eureka is like, "What?"
You see, I wrote down that this episode was okay, but no, now I'm talking about it, I actually did like this one.
Yeah. And then so they go to, now they're trying to get in, and he's like, "Oh man, Medaby give me a boost," and she goes, "Oh, we could just use this," and even Icky is like, Is that a grappling hook?" She goes, "Yeah, of course, I got some." He's like, "Okay."
And the door was open.
He gets up to the top, unlocked. And then Erika's like, "What are you doing?"
It's just there.
He's like, "The door was unlocked. You could have just walked through. What are you doing, Icky?" And he feels really dumb. And then they immediately cut to the next scene. And they wind up.
That door did come out of nowhere. That door literally came out of nowhere. But yeah.
So, do they get the penguins, like, they get them away and put them in the sewer?
They open up the sewer grate so the penguins can jump in so that they can all get away. But while they're down there, the Rubber Robos realize what they're doing because apparently they have cameras in the sewers. And so they flood.
And I've got 2 lines for this.
Huh?
Yep. Can I say one?
What?
Go ahead.
Don't drink the yellow water.
Oh, yeah.
Don't drink Medaby. Don't drink the water. So don't drink the yellow water.
And then Sea Slug says, "No one steals our stolen penguins and gets away with it."
Yep. That has all the energy of Zangief from the Street Fighter movie. Oh.
You know what else has that kind of energy?
What?
Sea Slug's animation as he's chasing them.
Oh my goodness.
His face. Dude, they like totally morphed his face. It was bonkers and kind of creepy looking.
Yeah, no, they make his face look really, really detailed, very weirdly, and then he like passes out, or almost passes out on the sidewalk because he's running so hard, and then he has to climb into the taxi, which again makes me feel like this episode has a bunch of references that we're totally missing, probably.
You mean with the demon taxi driver?
What?
The demon taxi driver?
Was he?
Stay up!
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it was more. I enjoyed
the
late.
The money.
Yeah.
He was intimidating a baby.
He's
Yeah,
not a baby.
I
He just
enjoyed
looks
the
like
'90s reference. He is a baby.
Tomato.
No, he's
Shrimp
an
Lips
adult.
is a baby.
Shrimp Lips is a full-grown adult.
Shrimp Lips is a baby. I thought Shrimp Lips was a baby.
Have they actually
I
settled
mean, he
this?
has come out and said that he is a baby, so I don't know. I don't know.
It's a pacifier in his mouth.
Yeah, but he also
He's
wears
a
glasses,
baby.
walks on two legs, and wears a suit.
And talks.
That too. Yeah. I mean, Boss Baby talks, but
it's true. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna look it up.
Yeah.
I'd rather just argue about it. So, what do we see next? Because I'm pretty sure we come up across
they get
the
flushed
villain
out.
Medabot, right?
They get flushed down the tube, smack into them, and then they have to fight them. And then they summon a really weird-looking wet Medabot called Aquamar.
You mean the Mega Man reject?
Yeah, what was that thing? Like, what was it based on? I couldn't figure it out.
I don't know, but it was definitely a Mega Man reject villain.
It looked so weird.
And all its moves were Aqua. Aqua Ram, Aqua Punch,
It was just
Aqua
the word
Kick.
Aqua in front of whatever, and then it would just do a thing.
And I love the name of the boat that the penguins were escaping on. It automatically made me think of SpongeBob.
Now, guys,
Wait,
I
what was
do
it?
have a very important question here. So, obviously, Icky and the gang end up in a... Well, technically, it's just Icky. Icky ends up in a match with Aquamar,
Yes,
right?
trying to defend the day.
Oh
The
my
ref
gosh.
comes out.
Uh-huh.
Out of a
Oh yeah, he
fucking
was dressed as a
penguin.
penguin the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes,
And he was also
great.
their size.
But the ref comes out, and he says it's a submission match.
Yes.
Why?
To sound cool?
Based off their rules
Oh boy.
that they've explicitly
Oh, boy.
explained before,
Here we go.
submission matches should only be with either a named group, one time,
Uh-huh.
or the person. So let's say that they've done submission matches, which they've done multiple times with each of them as their actual rubber robo cells.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't count.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know I'm right.
Okay, so all of this makes the assumption that A, this was somehow aired in the correct order, which it's not, and B, those rules somehow haven't changed since Icky has actually made the Japanese national team. So, like, the points even count anymore.
So even if that was the case, let's say that this aired in the correct order.
Okay.
This would be episode 19.
Right.
They've done multiple matches with each person, and they've all been submission matches. This show, I'm pretty sure, even the Japanese version doesn't even know what it wants.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yep. You might have to chalk this
I
one
think
up to it's a
submission.
gag anime.
I think
Maybe.
submission means that the Medabot that loses submits a part
Oh, yeah.
from
I think
them.
that's what submission means, because they don't always win stuff. This means that he's actually... Because he wins the legs. He wins specifically the legs.
Okay, now
So,
let's circle this back then, because now that we've got that explained, let's go to the legs, shall we?
Yeah, what about him?
Those legs have been used in earlier episodes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's... Okay, know what? Let's just go into this.
I mean, if you want to...
How often have you seen Eureka without frickin' Brass? How many times has she been in troublesome situations and Brass has never been there?
It doesn't matter. I'm talking about fucking Medabots using those goddamn legs.
Well, you want a better one. This is jumping ahead a little, but the episode, one of the other two episodes, has the Octo Clam, which is from like episode 4 in both watch orders, where they meet an old man by the ocean who also has an Octoclam, and he has to learn how to use those legs in the water. He wins those exact same legs from this Octoclam. So now he has two pairs of the exact same legs from the same robot. Why?
Yeah.
Why would he not take another part? Why would Icky get the same part from the same Medabot twice?
So, okay.
I thought?
We're done with this episode.
Yeah,
Let's
we are.
talk about the next one, because I think the thing that I wanted to bring up regarding that is that when they do the match where Medabots loses to himself,
Oh, yeah.
That's a different episode.
he
But-
ends up giving away the
flight.
aero gear.
Oh, the really stupid parts that he was wearing? Yeah,
yeah,
that was funny.
And then the ref is like, "Here, you won these." He's like, "No, I'll
Yeah,
pass."
yeah. They just 100% go, no, it's cool. I'm good.
So, is it the ref who like is in charge of like what gets taken away? Or
The
is
stakes
it
are
the
set
Medabot
by the
fighter?
fighters because the stakes are decided fighter to fighter before the match, but you can choose not to have anything on the line, but most fights have something on the line. For instance, way back when Digmole was trying to beat the crooked loan sharks, what was what was at stake was him leaving them alone so that he wouldn't try to take the orphanage. And they win and they get that, but then they also separately win a fight that is after that one where he wins a part from he wins one of the giant shield arms from the elephant robot. So
Okay.
there's two
That makes
matches,
sense.
and he wins one to save the orphanage, and then he's like, okay, let's just. I think they do a double or nothing essentially, and he's like, all right, double or nothing. I win, you leave them alone, and it's a normal row battle where they win a part and they win the orphanage because they went double or nothing because he took over the bet from Digmole losing. And he took on a normal because they're like, well, I'm not just going to fight you. I just won that. I'm not fighting you for that again. So he has to sweeten the pot by throwing in, okay, fine, I'll give you a meta part if you win. So they have a normal match that also has the extra stakes of making that guy stop. So the meta fighters are clearly the ones who set it.
Reminding me of
Yeah,
this.
sorry,
I'm glad that you're reminding
it's one
me
of the
this.
few like consistent things is, and we're taking guesses. It seems to be that the stakes are set mostly by the fighters, and you choose before the fight what you're going to do. Is this a sparring match? Are you just having fun? Are you trying to go for points? Are you trying to go for parts? You decide that, and then you fight each other. The default state for a match is for meta parts, and then you deviate from that to something else.
The sparring match just reminds me of last week where he got rejected.
Hey man, poor referee. Just trying to make a living, man. He
Poor
loves his
Mr.
job,
Referee.
okay? He loves his job.
Oh, before we officially go into this episode, I do want to point out one last thing on the last one. As the penguins were being shipped away on the boat, the referee was up there too.
Yeah.
He was. He waves goodbye to them. I was very confused, and the episode just ends.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Referee. He comes out of frickin' nowhere
He's
and goes
some
wherever
sort
the
of
hell he
eldritch
wants.
being. I am convinced.
Yes.
Because there's only
Yeah.
one of him. They don't do the Pokemon, there's 100 of us, look at our family photo. There is one referee, and it is Mr. Referee.
Mr. Referee.
They show other referees in other matches, but there is only one Mr. Referee.
And Mr. Referee can call down the
He can call down
the fire on
the
you.
blowgun of justice.
Mhm.
So, Paul, I want you to explain the next one.
I don't
Skyward
want
Ho.
to. This is a bet. Oh, we're doing Skyward Ho. Okay.
Yeah, this one is the one where, like, the first half I didn't care.
I didn't care at all about this episode. How
Really?
does a robot get the yips?
What the hell is a yip? Are you a dog?
Yips is
Oh my God.
a sports term for a athlete who has
Dumb it down even further.
it's
It was on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh. Is it
yeah,
a real
it's
term, or did they make it
basically
up?
no,
It's a real
it's a real term. It's
Huh.
literally when you get a mental block when you're doing something
So I
that
didn't
you
call it
do
that.
all the time.
I just called it, that's called trauma response in PTSD. You had a traumatic experience and it blocked off part of your ability to perform. That's incredibly normal and happens all the time. That's literally stage fright. Tons of people have that happen.
Yeah, Paul, have some fucking sensitivity. God
What?
damn.
I wasn't
But I will say
critiquing
this.
that at all. Why are you yelling at him, you insensitive prick?
Oh, and I just enjoy the fact that Henry clearly
Okay,
Henry makes
okay,
it so
he
freaking
annoyed the
clear.
shit out of me.
Hold
He
on,
clearly
hold on.
makes it-
We are jumping around a lot. Are we doing this episode in order? Because if not, cool. If we are, then... Because it feels like we're not, and that's fine. But
Oh, wait, I forgot. Hang on. So, Skyward Yo, this is episode 37, episode 8 on disc, episode 22 on the
Yes.
broadcast.
Yeah, because it comes out of freaking nowhere why Ikki is training with Dr. Aki.
yeah,
and
nowhere.
out of nowhere, like why he's training with him. Like, what the hell's going on? And then he's
why Phantom Renegade is suddenly trying to go after him again, but this time really being kind of,
a dick.
So
about it.
They write Henry as Phantom Renegade in this really weird, like really weird.
And it's not just the dub either.
I don't
he
understand
exposes
what's
himself
happening.
3 times.
Yeah, I don't like.
He exposes himself 3
by
times
now
throughout the episode.
We know who he is because in the English broadcast they've shown who Phantom Renegade is. They know who that is. Yep. They technically don't know who's under the mask, but they know that's the #1 ranked meta fighter in Japan because they're the same person because they show that. So they know who that is. Why are they still pretending like he's Phantom Renegade and they've never seen him before?
I do not know.
There's a lot in this episode that's weird. Making no sense.
All I know is that Henry, multiple times, thinks to himself, well, I guess Phantom Renegade, i.e. me, is going to have to steal that damn rare metal.
Yep.
Or, that metal isn't rare.
This episode's entire plot is them stealing a rare metal when we've already established what rare metals are. They make the Rubber Robo Gang not know what a rare metal is.
It's because it's following. If we were to follow the original path that it was supposed to go, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But again, since this is aired out of order, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this episode's probably supposed to show air before Metaforce. The Metaforce
You know what's
episode.
Funny though? This episode, the Medabot featured is a callback to the poster for the Row Battle Championship, which has Icky explicitly says that it has Femjet on it, and they show a silhouette. And now in the English broadcast, like 20-something episodes later, you actually see what Femjet looks like. Looks really cool, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did.
It's a really
I actually
sweet
liked the design of that.
Yeah.
What I didn't like was it this one? Oh wait, no, it's not this one. We'll get to it. I don't know. Phantom Renegade in this one just seemed like too much of a dick.
He literally lets them die.
He was extra dickish.
Almost at one point.
Yeah, he was going to.
Instead of saving them when they are plunging to their death, he asks for the medal. They say no, and he's like, "Cool, I'll get it off your corpse," and just lets them go.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "What the fuck? What?"
Right. But I will say the first moment where he's actually like squaring up against Medabots randomly, he ends up capturing him. He goes like, "Nothing but net."
Yep.
Like,
that was really stupid.
Stupid.
So, Paul, you didn't like this episode because of its main premise?
It just felt like literally they were. Okay, it literally feels like I broke my neck watching this episode because the one before it had nothing to do with this. And then Phantom Renegade goes from being someone who is literally trying just to steal the medal to literally, I want that medal so bad, I don't care if you die or what property destruction happens, I want it. And then literally, oh, okay, I can't get it right now, I'll come back later. And then just GTFOs.
We already have Dr. Aki in this too. We know who their relationship, what their relationship is with each
Makes
other.
Makes no sense.
And then it's just like, what the fuck?
I will say,
and then having, it's like literally trying to, and then on top of that, you have Henry constantly talking to himself, like he's trying to keep it a secret identity, but the fact that literally, I know this is a show for children, but I'm sorry, my 3-year-old niece could tell that Henry is Phantom Renegade. We all know. Like, there is no...
The characters are literal dumb children, so they don't get it. But everyone else is fully aware of who that is. Everyone knows.
Now, just to add on to Paul real quick, you said he wouldn't stop talking. You're absolutely right. At one point, I literally wrote down in my notes, "Shut the fuck up, Henry."
Yeah, he just kept talking. He kept having an inner monologue.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm literally thinking, oh my god, you talk more to yourself than any bard ever talks to anyone. I have seen Chris Tucker talk less in a movie.
Ooh.
Wow.
Chris Tucker was taciturn compared to this man.
All right, note to self: only talk to yourself in front of Paul. Got it.
It was just dumb. It was so dumb. And then at the same time, I'm like, I know. At the same time, I know they are trying to, like, they try to put peril into the show, but literally,
I mean, it worked. They nearly killed Wacky.
I felt no. Yes, that is it. Yeah. That was the only peril in the plane crash that in the plane accident that could have been bad. They literally correct it with not even within 1 second. Oh, I got clipped and we were going to crash, but I performed a perfect safe landing.
Okay, that's not true. That's bullshit, and that's a dubism. Because she has a busted fucking leg. So she did not perfectly land it. They wrote that for the dub because they didn't want, like, any stakes or children to be scared or some shit. Because she clearly broke her fucking leg. Like, they showed, for the section it was on screen, they showed Femjet, like, rip through a chunk of her wing, which would have fucked her up if they were doing a stunt. So she clearly crashed, recovered to not die, but she busted her leg. She didn't land perfectly and Femjet hit a bush and now she's just spooked. No, like, Femjet probably nearly died, and she also almost died, and it's not so much Femjet because the robot, as long as the metal's not broken, they're immortal. She would have been worried about hurting her partner and nearly killing her, which is logical. That makes sense. That's like a trapeze artist dropping somebody and being terrified of ever doing it again because it's not that they're in danger, it's the other person putting their life in your hands. That makes sense. They just removed all of those stakes through really shitty dub writing, and I don't know why they did that.
It was around this point where I wrote down, I already lost the plot.
Yeah.
Like, I literally lost interest in the episode. Not even halfway through.
Paul, you and me both, man. It fucking happens all the time with this goddamn show. And it's not for the lack of trying.
It's because they make weird choices on the English script and the English dub. It's all that.
Yeah.
And
speaking of another weird thing, Rakusho shows up randomly. And
he shows up in this episode?
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He's actually in, I think, 2 of them. I think he's in the next one.
I know he was in the Penguin episode.
Yeah, he was.
And when he shows up in this one, he basically is like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Like, everything that they do is to build up to that quote-unquote Medabots versus Rakusho fight that happens near the end of the season and that we got way too fucking early. It's like, what the fuck?
They're setting stuff up for, like, they're making him mysterious, even though they had 2 full episodes where we got his backstory. They hung out with him. They see him become friends with an old lady who lives by herself. And, like, they humanize Rakusho and turn him into a person. And it's all about Rakusho recovering from trauma and, like, his lack of memories and, like, growing. And they all kind of pal around with him. And at that point, he probably shows up to, like, their house when he's bored. And just, like, hangs out. And then now we're back to
4 kids. We don't want to.
And then now we're back to Rakusho as this mysterious Medabot that they almost never see. And it's like, no, at this point, with how you wrote it, they're, like, chilling with him on Fridays before the weekend. Like, the way you're writing it, that's essentially what this is.
If I remember right, this is also when they decide that they want to challenge the pilot. The pilot.
Oh yeah.
You can't challenge me. You're a fuck up.
Oh no, they
Or you're just a little kid.
They tell her, Dr. Aki's like,
you can't
train
fly.
them to
There's
fly.
No point in flying.
He says straight up, train this child how to fly. You're really good at it. It should be simple. And she goes, fuck no. That's not how flying works, doctor. You can't just train someone how to fly in 5 minutes. They'll fucking die.
That's what it was, yeah.
I'm not training a 10-year-old to fly a plane. Plus, No, that's not how that works. Just because I'm good at it, you can't
But
just train him to do it.
Then Icky's like, you know what? I can get your Medabot to thinking right. How about we
fight
fight?
is so good, though.
And then the pilot's like, oh,
Yeah,
that worked.
the pilot's like, okay, fine, we can have a match. Sure, let's have a roll battle.
Paul, I know you didn't like the episode, but I know you had to have loved this part.
Oh,
What
it
happened?
was literally like I felt like I was watching an episode of Three Stooges,
Fantastic.
but just they were all Medaby. Yep. They were all Medaby. Like Medaby was like he just he.
Explain what Medaby looked like.
Medaby looked like a. You know what? Medaby looked
He looked like a paper mache Starscream.
Yeah.
Oh, I was literally gonna go with he looked like Tom and Jerry whenever they try to fly.
Actually,
he
does look a lot like
he had a beak
dressed as a bird.
Yes, he had a beak, and the beak was important because it was supposed to help get him into the headspace that he could fly.
That's how that works.
And
I've seen the movie Kick-Ass. All you gotta do is think.
And then Icky kept saying, "Flap your arms, you'll fly."
Springs on
it was
his feet.
so
He had springs on
damn.
his feet.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, even. And the Rubber Robo thinking, "Oh my gosh, Medaby lost to Femjet, and she didn't have to move. That must be a rare metal."
Pikachu logic. Oh, that must be rare because they didn't even have to move to win the fight, and it's like, no, their opponent was that bad.
No, he was just freaking stupid.
I'm not gonna lie, that was honestly really funny.
Did you see what the medal was?
A bat?
Yeah,
No.
It was actually a really cool looking bat where the eye was the gemstone.
Yeah.
Two things I want to point out before we go on to the final episode here. Three things. Referee came in as a kite.
No, he was a flying ninja.
Was he?
No,
I thought he
well,
was a kite.
that's what he was. In the game Sekiro, there are flying ninja enemies that are those. They're giant kites that they're strapped to, and then they're like tied to the ground, and they'll fly at you from where they are, and they'll glide down. They're essentially wearing a hang glider, but it's so big it'll catch enough air that they can be lifted off the ground. I don't know that that's real, but I'm pretty sure there's probably woodblock drawings of that. So
yeah.
To follow up with that, though, the ref ends up submitting a second match while he's hanging onto a plane for
he's
dear
hanging
life.
onto the tail.
Then we get Dragonfly, not
with a
Dragonfly,
K.
but same.
That
word,
was a
but
really
with
cool
a K.
design. I like that design.
Yeah, it was a really
looked
cool design.
Except I hated the fact that its specialty.
Of course
was
it was. It
shooting
had guns
attack.
on its arms. Well, what else would its specialty be? Flying? I kind of want one of them to be like the,
Femjet's
specialty.
Femjet's special attack is high speed flight.
Yeah, which I guess it doesn't have guns equipped, but whatever. It's not. That doesn't make any. None of this makes sense. We are thinking about this too hard.
It's like saying Rokusho's special attack is its ears. Is his ears.
No, Rokusho's special attack is Shadow Sword.
Yes, I know that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No. We need to settle this. Do either of you look at his arm, which is a golden claw, and think sword?
I originally thought it was.
It's a
pincer.
toy.
Yeah.
How is it a sword?
That's what I said.
Wait, what is Sean seeing? Hold on, we need to pause this. What is Sean seeing?
Well, it also depends on which Rokusho you're looking at.
What?
I didn't think you were going to catch that.
Yeah.
You're talking about spirits, and we're not talking about spirits. Don't
what
go
are you
into that
talking
shit.
about?
Don't worry about it.
Great, now I'm lost. But going back to the original question.
Good, because Paul's trying to jump ahead to something way ahead. We don't need
Way
that right now.
stupider. Way stupider.
My question still stands, Sean. What is Rokusho to you?
MacGuffin.
Giant bug.
I guess we'll have to revisit that in Big Mecha, but not huge after dark. Got it.
Oh god. Anyways, the last thing I want to include was the fact that of all the row battles to include, they did not include the first one where Medabots lost to himself. I thought that
No,
would
it
have been
did.
great comedy.
Remember, it included it, and he tried to submit the parts to her.
No. I mean, in the final.
Oh yeah, no, that should have.
They did.
They did.
I think it did.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. Oh,
they did not.
That was necessary.
Only included the row battle with
Dragonfly lost, and I don't think they got a part from it.
They did. No. I thought they did. I thought they got his arm or something.
She passed on it. She passed on the arrow flights.
No. That's from beating Medabots. No, we're talking about when they beat Dragonfly.
No, it's about.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, I thought he got the. I thought he got the arm or something.
I don't know. Because it was back and look. They don't. It doesn't really come up much, unfortunately, because he rarely modifies Medabots. They only do it for like one fight.
Guys, final episode.
Yeah.
Of this batch. Episode 38, Love at First
I actually like this.
It was episode 10 on the disc. Episode 28 in the broadcast. Now, I want to backtrack here real quick. We go from 16, 19, 22, all the way to 28.
This has been a wild ride. Totally none of these related to each other. Still don't understand the point narratively of breaking all these episodes into a random order that makes no sense. I don't understand. None of this makes any sense to me.
It makes sense to me. It's literally someone making a compilation of the show and using episodes as their clips.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good way of thinking about it. If you look at the entire run of the show and treat each episode as a clip, and then try to stick them in a random order that kind of makes sense instead of, I don't know, the perfectly good order they were in before. Because they were in that order for a reason.
Highlights.
It's a gag anime, but there was still a reason they're in that order. And just ignoring the original intent entirely.
We can't have this like Haruhi Suzumiya.
Okay, that was on purpose. The original order and the order that they say in the next episode are both done narratively on purpose.
I'm aware. I'm just saying. They can't do that.
No, this is more like Dragon Ball GT, Cardcaptor Sakura, Robotech. This is that type of stuff. Harmony Gold.
Don't be dragging Dragon Ball GT in here. Right?
They did that. The original episode 1 of GT was like a supercut of the first 6 episodes in Japanese.
I know. I'm just saying. Just don't mention it.
Para.
We don't talk about GT. Motherfucker, stop. Anyways.
Speaking of robots.
Rude ass motherfucker.
Watch that as our next show for robots.
So this, yes, I want to watch that. I've been dying to watch that again.
What, straight from Transformers live action to Dragon Ball GT?
Chappie. Oh,
I want Chappie.
Now.
I like Chappie. Chappie is. I mean,
good. It's true.
Chappie
he is. I guess
movie.
He's not mecha, but he is a robot.
Yes.
Again, big mecha, but not huge. Any robots of all sizes are welcome.
So not Euro? What the fuck?
Including Short Circuit.
Oh, I would love to watch Short Circuit and then watch Wally.
Short Circuit too.
Oh. Actually, Short Circuit, Wally, Chappie. That's a hell of a trilogy right there.
Yeah.
You guys done?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought we finished. You want to talk about clan? You want to talk?
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about octopi
now?
Kidding. You want to talk about clams?
Talk about random
all
balls?
About them balls.
Yeah, let's do that. This, I will say, was probably my favorite episode of this.
It probably has the most going on, like as far as excitement and like narrative. Like there's stuff happening because they introduce a full-on character.
They do. They even do a road
no,
battle, but not
like
really.
the entire thing is just one long joke. It's great.
And it works. It actually does work. The whole premise of this episode is that Ikki and Erika and Medabots, they are out just walking about, and they find this octopus ball stand, which I guess is a huge delicacy over
You've never had them before?
Japan.
It's like hot dogs here.
It is, as far as popularity, but you can get them here. There are places that make it.
Yeah.
So Ikki he has like this thing where he's apparently the biggest octopus ball snob.
Oh man!
So the word I would use to describe him is gourmand. Oh no, gourmand. Because at one point...
Because they use the word connoisseur.
Yeah, they do, but I don't think that's the right word, because he legit...
I don't think
yeah,
that means
well,
what you think
no,
it
it does.
means.
He is the connoisseur, but I think it goes beyond discerning taste, which is where connoisseur kind of ends as a word, and it goes to the point of obsession and willing to die. He literally says, keep feeding me. I don't care if my stomach ruptures. I need to taste it. He is willing to die for his food. That is obsession with food to the point of like borderline unhealthy, and that is like gourmand. That is the big fat guy.
You saw how
that's like the big fat guy in Life of Brian who detonates and food goes all over the restaurant. Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
I literally just kept thinking Icky was being the food critic from Ratatouille for like a few seconds. I was like, yeah.
So they copied them. So Disney,
so
our eye on you.
So Icky, what was it? They're walking around, and somebody somebody goes, I think it was Icky who goes, that smell, and she goes, well, Erika says, what? Even ladies get gas.
Yes, I was like, Erika admits that she farted. Erika admits that she farted. I'm like, oh.
That's so dumb.
Then we get introduced to Natalie, who is the octopus.
Where is she from?
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
She has Osaka, and she doesn't.
No,
have
which
an
is
Osakan
weird.
accent,
they always take
which
the
I
opportunity to come up with some random American accent to define Osaka, which doesn't entirely get it across.
They usually make them sound southern.
Yeah, it didn't do it.
No.
They didn't do it at all this time, which is weird. But I did notice that she has pigtails, which are supported by invisible
well, they were
magic.
multiple pieces and just kind of floated there. Floating hair.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one. I have one question to ask about this episode to you guys. Did any of you guys actually, for like a few seconds, whenever she was talking to her dad, think that her dad is dead?
No.
Like for a few seconds, I got a huge vibe of Fruits Basket when. The girl's living in the tent.
Spoilers for Fruits Basket.
I didn't know anybody's dad was dead in Fruits Basket.
Well, Fruits Basket, her parents are dead.
I didn't know that.
I've
never watched that show before.
Her dad died. Her dad dies before, and her dad dies before anything. Then her mom dies, and that causes her to lose.
We
haven't watched that show.
I'm sorry. I'm literally I'm watching this anime, and I'm like, oh shit. She literally her living in the tent literally reminds me of freaking Fruits Basket when the main character was living in the tent in the beginning of the show. And when she's talking on the phone to her dad, who wants her to
not
put...
too late to remove his audio.
You're the one in charge of it,
yeah.
so technically no. You could make this entire part silent with you and me randomly grunting and reacting, and the audience totally lost. And then release
like
the Paul cut later as the true version of this one episode. Yeah, you could do that. We could do that. We could drum up hype. It could be a whole thing. He could show up like randomly in other things, and we just reference stuff, and people are like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" And they're all really lost, and none of us talk about it. And then all of a sudden, you start releasing, like in a playlist, the Paul cut of some random episode, and just slowly over time.
This is what would happen if Paul actually, talked to us through his phone rather than his computer.
You guys are in it. I actually felt really good for a split second. I was like, oh man, you guys are going to turn me into the Snyder cut.
That'd be really cool.
And I was like,
like
oh
the way
shit.
This is sounding. This sounds insane, and if we ever had a big enough audience, it would be one hell of a troll. But I think it'd be hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't forget what we have planned for the final episode of the season 3. What my buddy Brian
I don't
said in the
remember.
chat.
It was too long ago.
Yeah. He wants.
He wants to come in on the very last episode.
review.
and just
watched
have
none
no
of
idea
it.
what's going on, but still somehow react and fix things and be totally wrong about everything. That'll be
Yeah.
great. That'll be a lot of fun. We should have
Yeah.
him and his daughter as the guests in that episode.
No, man.
One step at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to
Anyways,
clean up our language first.
All of us do. So anyway, speaking about language, I'm the authority on octopus balls in this town, and I say your chunks are too big.
Oh yeah, it turns out Osaka loves chunks. I didn't know that. Is that real? Is that a real thing?
They like it chunky. They
Listeners
like it
in
thick
Japan that we definitely have. Does Osaka love chunk?
God.
Chunk love Osaka. I love the Goody reference.
Icky randomly goes into this giant science diatribe about how
he compares
the Earth,
octopus balls to the composition of the planet Earth. You have to have the right mix of gooey magma, crust outer layer, and like the part where we live on. You have to have the right mix between all of those elements. If it's off, then it will completely throw off the whole thing. Just like our planet would literally fall apart or explode if it was wrong. Isn't it all how any of that works? Icky is a dumbass. He's drawing a poor analogy. That's not how that works. But anyways.
But
he's an 8-year-old.
After he goes through all this, he goes like, my inner octopus connoisseur gives your balls a 6
Yep,
out
and
of
it just
10.
keeps getting lower every time she makes a new one.
Well, not only that, it's just the way that he's just constantly saying your balls are worth this much. It just
You really like balls, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I like making fun of them.
Sure.
The balance of your balls are even worse than before.
You know what I really liked? Did you guys notice when they did Octoclam and they showed for Octoclam specialty whatever, they showed the original version of Octoclam where the arms aren't switched out, but her version has both arms changed so that it can work on the restaurant better?
Because it didn't matter. All we needed was just the legs.
That's what he winds up winning. But the specialty that it lists is wind attack, which makes no sense. It's an octopus.
Oh, it lists wind. It literally just says special attack wind.
All right, there. So Planeteers showed up. Very surprising.
I was like,
oh God.
I didn't know he was Russian. Shit.
So, okay, and this is also another part when you find out that this whole thing is still completely out of order. Because then, all of a sudden, Natalie, she says, oh, Icky, I love you, but I also need to go into the championship. You can quit everything.
Oh yeah,
and
she wants to marry
guy,
him to turn him into her worker.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Meanwhile, she's
yes.
only 13.
So they are like the same age. They're middle school students.
Yes. And with all regards to that, it's still the fact I don't give a shit about the whole marriage.
Well,
thing
that was
because
hilarious because she literally just wants to marry him to make him work for her.
She wanted to make him work for her and call it the Octopus Ball.
Which is a really great name. That is such a great name. Oh, that's so good.
I mean, it was funny enough that Medabots laughed really hard right after that. It's just the fact that we ended up getting into the championship stuff again. I'm like, this literally, like, we've already gotten past everything else leading up to the championship.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like, come on. This fucking out of order shit is so
it only bothers
annoying.
us because we're watching it in the quote-unquote order, not randomly once a week on Fox.
I know. Then I heard at one point Natalie say, "Just don't fight it" when it comes to her. God.
It literally sounded super. It was like, "Don't fight it," as she's like feeding both of them. And I love how when Mr. Referee shows up, dropping in from the fucking sky. And he's not even paying attention to the row battle.
Distracted by the food.
They are
really good.
He's just
it's really good.
He's just eating.
Everyone gets distracted.
All the interruptions were great.
But
how it starts the row battle? Oh my god! I never said I agreed. All right,
Yeah,
it's agreed.
it's just Icky being like, no, I don't want to. He said that he wants to. What? No.
Yeah.
So, did you guys ever figure that she's using or losing a lot of money from all the free
Oh yeah,
products
100%. She gave Icky,
Mm-hmm.
not gave, but she kept feeding him so much. She had to have lost like a couple of days worth of product to him, which is, I assume,
Yeah.
money.
Mm-hmm.
Like that had to cost money.
Mm-hmm. At one point Natalie has like a vision of her and Icky.
Oh, they're
getting
both
married.
older.
Did you notice that they gave
Yeah.
them anime face,
Yep.
like full
And they're
on
also both
romance
taller.
anime face.
They
And you can
made them
tell-
shonen.
Yeah,
They went
Mhm.
super shonen, and as
it
soon
really
as
did.
they made Icky's face super shonen when he was actually giving her a
Mhm.
compliment.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, oh, and I swear that blonde dude is gonna get fucking jumped.
I don't think he will ever show up ever again.
He's shown up twice.
No, you're thinking of the other blonde dude where it was
That's
the
what's
little dude and his brother. It's not the
That's-
same guy.
yeah. That's the brother.
No. Mm-mm.
They look exact. They're literally animated exactly the same.
It's generic blonde anime dude. It's totally not the same guy. You're talking about the one that
Yeah, the
Samantha
musician.
ended up going after when she was trying to go after the soccer boy.
The
Yeah,
musician
it's not
who
him.
we swear
That's his
is
brother.
definitely probably not Matt from Digimon. It's probably definitely
It
not
did look
Matt
like
Ishida.
it did look like that.
Definitely not him.
Yeah. I'm a champion. But anyways,
Definitely not that guy.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Like he ends up winning the row battle because nobody's paying attention, and then
No,
he, just happened
he
to
wins
pay
the row
attention
battle
the second.
because the row battle while it's happening hits. It sucks up the perfect
I don't know
octopus
how.
ball because she gets it right, but it siphons away the perfect ones before she can like cut them up and pay more attention to what she did for the recipe. And Icky gets super mad, so Medabots just one shots Octoclan.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I really don't know
really
how.
hard.
Because he literally gets
Like it
flung
becomes
off.
super stylized anime looking. They get really mad, and then he just like one shots him.
Paul, the only thing that I can give is the explanation
Yeah.
of it being a gag
Oh,
anime.
it's just
Other
that.
than
Oh,
that,
yeah.
It's
all
just that.
explanations are out the window.
Uh,
Yeah.
this entire
Because there's
episode,
a lot of
so
times where,
nuts.
I mean, the entire
Ah,
show doesn't
great.
make any sense. But
so good.
I love it.
you know what was best about this episode? The Robo game
Weird,
was
because this
not
feels
in
like
it.
they should
Yeah.
have been there somewhere. Nope, this is 100% separate.
They were. They
oh
were.
yeah, they show the ninjas for a couple seconds. Yep,
In the tree. Constantly
just looking.
surveilling them.
Again, another thing
Yeah,
about this
it's-
being out of order. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's supposed to
But
build
again,
hype
Oh,
for something.
and I
that's
love
already
how
happened.
one of them goes, "Oh, I guess I have to return my wedding gift."
Oh
now."
yeah, they do say that. Yeah,
One of
the
them
white
literally
one, the white one
bought
says, "Oh,
them
I guess
a
I have to
wedding
return the
present.
gift now." Oh yeah,
Fucking
so
dumb,
good,
isn't
isn't it?
So that's this batch of this week's Medabots. So let's go ahead and read the list of next week's batch, and then we're good to go. You guys ready?
Sure.
So, episode 39 is called Heavy Metal with a D. Heavy Metal.
No.
What do you think this one is going to be about?
This one's about Medabots metal.
You think so?
Yeah. Or it's either about Medabots metal or it's gonna pick up on the Koji and Similodon training.
Okay. Well,
I think it will involve. I think that's a pretty good guess, but I think the episode's gonna have to do with something big. So heavy metal. It will either be something with the training, Or I could see this just being more quote-unquote secrets of uh, the Medabots, like how they actually access the Metaforce, explanation of what the fuck it is, maybe discovery of some ancient exhibit come to town that talks about in the olden times when the gods came down, and they start deciphering it with like, okay, so that's probably talking about this, and that's that.
Oh, you all really think this is going to be a
Or
road
it'll
race, huh?
go the other way,
Honestly,
and
I
it'll
just
be
changed my
about like
mind.
heavy machinery, like literally just heavy machinery.
Oh, can I change my answer?
Nope.
Well, because I literally have a better idea to go with this show.
Let me go first. I think it's going to be a
Really?
road race.
Hmm.
Heavy metal. Think about it. A lot of time when you hear the words heavy metal, you generally apply it to something involving racing. Pedal to the metal, or anything similar to that. Heavy metal generally gets lumped into that.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's going to be a road race.
Well, what was your secret?
I'm changing my answer to thinking. I think it's going to be about a dumb rubber robo trying to create a band and them calling themselves.
I want that.
Rubber Robos trying to make
heavy
a rock
metal
band and like get people to listen to them. So there's like some
Yes.
sort of sound-based Medabot that's hypnotizing people.
We haven't seen a
No,
rock
just
band
using-
since
Oh,
the
yeah,
very first
the
episode.
punk.
I think it's going to be a rock band. I think
That would
it's
be
going to
pretty
be
cool.
them using either the Medabots to do it, or it's just going to be another sound-based Medabot fighting using rock music.
So,
yeah.
Episode 40, which is when they start airing everything correctly, which also tidbit of information. So episode 39, let me see here. Episode 30, where the fuck are you? I just saw you here. There you go. Episode 39 aired August 30th, 2002, right?
Mhm.
Now, the correct episode 39, which is Mother of All Row Battles, aired in April 27th of 2002. Goes to show you how far
Just
they went.
really
with,
changing
fucking
that episode
shit up.
order.
Yeah, and then from there it actually goes very interesting dates. They do episode 40, 41, 42, September 14th and 15th, September 21st and 22nd. For some reason, it was aired 2 times in a week. Don't know why. But anyways, episode 40, Let the Meta Games Begin.
Fucking finally.
I don't think we really need to guess
it's
on
the
this
tournament.
one.
They're actually going to have it.
Yeah, so, yay, tournament. Episode 41, Pixies and Pirates. So, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this entire last 12 episodes that we've got are all going to be tournament-based.
I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of it will be the tournament, and then at the end, they will have to fight. Like the tournament will either get usurped or something during like the final fight, and but it won't be the normal ones. It'll be like either them, and then they get shoved out of the way, or they'll take over the whole tournament ground, and the true leader will step in, and they'll have to 1v1, or like all of the tournament like top 5 will have to fight him, and he'll have like some obnoxious like army or like stupidly broken Medabot team with him, and they'll have to face them as the true final test. I do think a lot of the episodes will be the tournament, but I think the last 1 or 2 are going to actually wrap up the Rubber Robos, unless I'm wrong, and what they used in the wrong order to finish up the Rubber Robo storyline was actually the finish of the Rubber Robo storyline.
Well, remember, like I said, these last 12 episodes here
Yeah.
are all in
And these all
order.
take place after they fight the giant robot that almost blows up a city. So
Right.
that could have been the end of the
I
Rubber Robo
So-
storyline. That might have been it.
Maybe. So, 41 is called Pixies and Pirates.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be some
I'm
aquatic
thinking
thing.
pirate and fairy themed
But-
robots. What about you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure.
You think they're going to change the battle settings at all? Like, what they do in Pokemon? Or do you think it's all just going to be just the bots and that's it?
I think they're going to introduce dynamic environments for the Medabots to fight in.
I think they will too, because you have undersea Medabots, you have flying Medabots, and if you want to have an exciting tournament, you have to have some way of showcasing that. Plus, you have to showcase that they can actually adapt to each other to be the best fighters in the world. It would be boring if all they did was stock fight. If you weren't like, hey, this guy's an underwater Medabot combat specialist, he's going to be fighting this flying Medabot, and they're both going to be fighting in this area. So now he has to adapt to that. And then, the next round would be somebody whose specialization is, a heavy Medabot that does a lot of, shooting. Okay, he's going to have to fight underwater. So then you force him to adapt his Medabot for the ocean. And, it works better for getting people to pay attention to do that. And it would be interesting. But it's also anime, and they generally don't go that hard. It works better with Pokemon because the Pokemon themselves don't physically have to be changed. But in an anime like Medabots, you'd have to draw a different pair of legs, a different arm, a different head, and that might throw your team off when you've been having them draw the same fucking character for 4 months, and now instead of that head, draw this head. Because this is also still hand-drawn.
So speaking of working to be the best, the last one of the bunch is the French Deception.
We all know it has to do with something with Phantom Renegade. I know the series is going to end with Phantom Renegade taking over the competition and
he's already in the competition.
A bunch of shit.
There's no way that he would do that.
Henry disappears after this season, I'm pretty sure.
Well, thanks for ruining that.
I don't know for sure, but I know he disappears, and I don't think he's in Spirits.
Oh, I haven't watched Spirits, and I don't think Will has either.
I just... No, keep my...
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I have a lot of rage for it. It literally... But I'm just going to stay quiet.
Special note here. Looking at the air dates of the original show. So, Japan's 52 is June 30th, 2000. Japan's 53 is July 7th, 2000. Alright? English version of 52 is November 2nd, 2002. English version of 53 is September 13th,
a year later? Oh, that might be why the ratings tanked for that show.
The show did get canceled.
So not only did they mess with the episode order, they completely let it cool for a year before touching the last 36 episodes? Holy shit.
Well, 4Kids did get shut down for a very long time.
Was this 4Kids?
I don't think this was 4Kids.
I don't know who did this.
I don't think so.
Or it may... All I know is that Fox...
Oh my god, this was Nelvana.
No, I'm talking about Fox got shut down for a while. Fox's kids... their kid shows got shut down for a while before they started showing Saturday morning cartoons again.
So just because I want to take a look at this is interesting to me. Nelvana Limited, also known as Nelvana Enterprises, Nelvana International,
the Polar Bear.
Nelvana
I know.
Blah 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 blah.
Polar Bear. I know.
Is a Canadian animation studio and entertainment.
Just like Ocean.
Canadian. I fucking told you. An entertainment production company owned by Chorus Entertainment since 2000. They are still active. It was founded 53 years ago on July 30th, 1971.
They did a lot of good
based
work,
in Toronto.
honestly.
Wait, when was the last episode of Medabots shown?
The last episode of Medabots shown in English was May 8th, 2004.
They stretched that.
Okay. Because Fox stopped. Like Fox Kids, Saturday morning cartoons, it ended September 7th of 2002.
Oh. So this aired on a
Yeah.
totally different thing.
Yeah, so
Let me check to
that's
see if it shows anywhere else. Oh, later episodes and reruns were aired as part of the Jetix block and Toon Disney's
Okay.
Jetix in 2004.
That explains the year too.
so
That
yeah,
year
so it was
break was
picked
because
up.
they got
Yeah,
dropped.
Oh, hang on.
yeah,
Hang on.
everything
So,
got dropped.
both series were originally licensed and localized into English by Nelvana. The first series was divided into 2 seasons for its U.S. broadcast, and the episodes aired in a different order. The first U.S. season, consisting of 26 episodes, originally aired on the Fox Broadcasting Fox Kids block from September 1st, 2001 to April 27th, 2002. Future episodes would premiere on ABC Family, which had already been airing reruns since March 4th, 2002. The second U.S. season originally aired on ABC Family from July
That's why
1st
I
to
never
November
watched
2nd,
that. I didn't watch
2002.
ABC Family. I don't even know if I got it.
Yeah, I didn't either. And then
You
later
did.
episodes
Everyone had it.
did its Jetix run. So that's why we didn't see it beyond that.
It disappeared for a while.
In high school.
Because I knew it dropped, because they dropped a lot when
Fox Kids disappeared.
Fox Kids started
and
dying
once that
quickly.
disappeared, it took a bunch of shows with it, and they moved on to other harder to watch at the time networks because internet and streaming wasn't a thing. So those networks, if you didn't go there, you didn't see it.
It was the birth of Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network was born in the 90s.
Yeah, Cartoon Network was born in the late 90s, and
He means the programming.
yeah, and then it got.
Oh yeah,
That's when it
Cartoon
started
Network
getting
siphoned
bigger,
off a lot of viewership.
bigger titles.
Because Cartoon Network originally was basically just syndicated TV. It played a bunch of reruns of old shows, and then eventually started doing original programming. And then Toonami happened, and it started off with Moltar, slowly became its own thing, became big enough to have a normal and midnight version. Then that midnight version became taken over by Adult Swim, and all of that was the evolution of Cartoon Network into the juggernaut of kids' TV, and it probably sucked so much of the viewership away from and just eyes away from Fox at the time that it just wasn't tenable, even though Fox was airing Pokemon.
Before we dive further into the past, I want to stop recording. So, guys, did you have a good time this evening?
Yeah, it was fun. Fun going down semi-memory lane.
What about you, Will?
Yes.
That's all I needed. Anyways, this has been another episode of Big Mecha But Not Huge. I'm not going to do the thing this time because I am tired. So anyways, y'all have a good night, and remember, till all are one.
I prefer till all are fun, but you know. Will do.